start with standing today. Let's go ahead and find the center of your mat. Kind of work your feet down into it. Roll your toes, starting with the pinky toe out, rolling into your big toe to really ground. Go ahead and find some nice stability in your legs. I'm gonna warm up by just twisting a little bit, swinging our arms. Just getting some movement going for our day. Waking our body up. Sharpening our tools. Nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and slowly start slowing down. Gather ourselves, shake our wrists out. Roll our shoulders back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Big inhale through the nose one more time. Pause, and let it out. Next inhale, our hands come above our head. Following it with our gaze. Gratitude for our practice. Underly mudra, hands to heart. Setting our intention of whatever that might be. Personally, I like to be in gratitude for this body. Waking up to this day, charging into it. On the next inhale, go ahead and pick your hands back up. We're going to grab our right wrist with our left hand, and we're going to extend over to our left, pulling our side. Nice deep breaths. Two more breaths. Last inhale. And go ahead and release it. Sweep arms down, back up. Inhale, grab the left with the right. Exhale, go to the right. Nice big inhales and exhales.
Is this okay?
Two more breaths. Last inhale. And exhale, go ahead and release that back down. Drop those arms. We're going back out a little. On the inhale, we're going to sweep our hands up. Swan dive down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Let our heads hang. Go ahead and shake your head no. Releasing tension in ourselves. Go ahead and slow that motion down. On the inhale, halfway lift. Hold. And exhale, forward fold. Let that air out. We're taking some deep inhalations. Really focusing in on our breath as we relax into our body, getting our started going. Go ahead on the next exhale, put a soft bend in the knees. Slowly roll up to your spine. Back up. Roll the shoulders back again. Inhale, hands back up. Exhale, back to Underly Mudra. Inhale, back up. Exhale, forward fold one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and shake your head yes this time. Feeling good. Warming up our body. Go ahead and slow the head back down. Slowly find your hands onto the mat. We're going to lower our knees down. Let's go into hero's pose for a second. So again, if your knees are bad, go ahead and separate them or put the block behind you. On the tops of our feet, shoulders are rolled back, hands in our lap for a second. Kind of take one ear to the shoulder and then the other, kind of relaxing and pulling that neck as we start to warm it up a little. Our eyes can be open or closed, whatever is you feel guided to be. Let's go ahead and take our hands behind our back, finding our left hip with both hands. Let's pull that shoulder down on our right, taking our left ear to our left shoulder. Exhaling as we stretch deeper. Go ahead and roll your head forward. Roll it back. Stretching that neck out. Where our head goes, our body will follow. That applies to our significant others in our life just as well. Inhale, go ahead and straighten your head back up. Let's switch hands to the other side, other hip. Our hands are on our right hip. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder, pulling that left shoulder down. Go ahead and roll your head forward and back as you feel fit. Keeping that pulling. Nice deep inhales. Last inhale. And go ahead and exhale back up. Let's go ahead and find our weighted tabletop here. I'm going to warm our wrist up. Go ahead and untuck your toes. Our wrists are pointing away from us. Our hands are fairly close to our knees. Go ahead and go forward and back. Stretching our toes out one direction, our hands out the other. Oh, for me, this is brutal on that climbing. I know Tyler's wrists love these. Try to push away from the mat a little more, Kirsten. With your shoulders, push away a little more. There we go. Nice. Go ahead and rock a little forward and back as you go forward. Really feel it through those wrists. And come back. You can adjust your hands inward a little bit, do the same thing, come forward, and just rock back and forth. We'll do one more set. See, my forearms already feel better. And on the next inhale, go ahead and take your wrists away from each other, or your fingers away from each other, and we're going to go right to left. Leaning out to the right, picking those palms up a little bit as we go. Stretching the fingers. Feel it all the way up your forearms. Two more breaths. Last inhale. And go ahead and take your fingertips and place them towards your knees this time. Last one. Sit the hips back. And you can bend one elbow then the other. You can lift your palms off the mat if you like. Stretching those fingers all the way into the forearms. Great for those swinging hammers every day, countering this. One more inhale. And go ahead and release. Go ahead and shake your wrists out. Get that blood back into them. Let's go ahead and come up onto our knees here. Go ahead and find your heels behind you. Right hand's gonna come to our right heel. Left hand to our left heel. We're gonna do camel pose. Head goes back as we inhale up. And stretch as you squeeze your glutes. Head is hanging. Two more breaths. Last inhale. And exhale, slowly come out of it. Forward. Let's go ahead and find tabletop one more time. We're gonna do a couple cats and cows. We're gonna start with a cat. So we're gonna push the ground away as we curl our tailbone towards us and push our head down. Exhale. On the inhale, turn your spine up towards the sky. Big inhale and pause at the top. And exhale back into cat. Really push that ground away. And inhale, back into cow. And exhale back into cat. Go ahead and find tabletop. Hands come to the front of the mat. Big circles. I'm going to start with clockwise. Start opening our shoulders up, our hips up. Try to make every circle a little bigger than the next. Dropping those hips a little more. Let's go ahead and find our reverse direction on your cue. One more big, coming back up to the front. Back to center here, hands stay where they are. Untuck the toes, lift the knees. We're going into downward dog. Go ahead and keep your knees bent right now. Really focus on your shoulders, pushing your shoulders through, your whole chest through your shoulders, opening them up. Make sure you're taking nice deep inhales. Your hands are really gripping the mat. Nice deep, big breaths.
So that's a game changer for this one. I'm not sliding.
Oh yeah. And for that you can walk your feet in a little more too if you need to towards you. And now once our shoulders are start to opening up, go ahead and start walking your dog, pedaling those feet down, those heels down, one then the other. Now we're opening up the back side of us. Just keep pushing through your shoulders though. You can do a faster pedal and then slowly slow it down on your pedals so it's deep, pushing one leg and then the other. And then as we finally get those stretched out, go ahead and push both your heels down. Now you're going to start pulling your tailbone towards the sky. So our heels are going down, our tailbone's going up, and we're pushing ourselves through our chest, through our shoulders, to our thighs. We're going to be here for a handful of breaths. Let's go ahead and take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to haw it out. Go ahead and inhale, and haw it out. Another inhale, and haw it out. One more inhale, and let your breath come back to normal through your nose, out through your nose. Keep that tailbone pulling back. Two more breaths. Last inhale. And exhale, roll forward into plank. Go ahead and adjust your hands back so your shoulders are over your hands. Your hips are about the same height as your shoulders. Our core is tight, our head is pulled back. Go ahead on your inhale, start coming forward on your toes. Exhale, go back on your heels. So we're going in, forward, inhale. Backward, exhale. Last inhale, we're gonna do a chaturanga. Yogi push up, go down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and find your mat. Untuck your toes. On the inhale, we're gonna go to upward facing dog. So our hands are under our shoulders. On the inhale, we're gonna arch up. Our glutes are engaged. The only thing touching is our hands and our feet. Our gaze is in front of us. Shoulders are back and down. Two more breaths here. Last inhale. And on the exhale, lift the hips. Tighten the core, go over the tops of your feet, back into downward dog. Go ahead and side out. Inhale, back into plank. Let's go ahead and do one more chaturanga there. Inhale up. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet out. Inhale, upward dog. Pause. And exhale, downward dog. Let's go ahead and take our left foot up and back. On the inhale, go ahead and come up high on your toes. We're going to bend the knee, and we're going to take our foot to the outside of our left hand. So we're in a lizard lunge here. So our right leg is straight, left knee is bent. Going and opening those hips up. Go ahead and roll around in it a little bit if you like. Two more breaths. Last inhale. And on the exhale, go ahead and take your left hand up towards the sky. Right hand is planted firm. Two more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, hand comes back down. Let's go ahead and place our knee down on the ground. With your left hand, go ahead and push your hip out a little bit. Just for a breath or two here. Now, we're going to take our, if you need this, Tyler, you can use that. We're going to take our hands, reach back for that foot. So if you need to use the strap to grab your foot.
Just grab it, but I can't go like that.
Yeah, so the first thing is to bring your hips forward. We're going to kick our foot away from us, pulling that shoulder back. And now release and pull it towards us. Last inhale. And exhale, go ahead and release. Find our hands back. We're gonna lift our knee, bring our right leg closer to us, straighten our left leg. Right hand goes into the air, Trigonasana, triangle pose. Our head, we're coming down onto our left leg here. One more inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and find your hand down to the center of the mat. Let's take our legs out. Our toes are closer to us than our heels. Go ahead and inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Standing straddle fold, forward fold. Two more breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and walk your feet in a little. We're going to take our weight back onto our right leg, left toes come up, hands to heart. We're carrying our weight on our right thigh. Two breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, come to crescent lunge. Our feet are pointing forward towards the front of our mat. Our knees are dropping. Hands come over our head. Gaze is in front of us. We're holding something heavy on us. Two more breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, right hand goes forward, left hand goes backwards. Pull your shoulder back and twist with your torso. Drop that knee down a little farther. Two more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, go ahead and windmill out of it. Weight comes back to the right leg. Toes are up. One breath here. And on the exhale, go ahead and take your right hand, find it where your right foot was up in front, stacking your right hip. We're doing a side plank on our right. Gaze is up at the ceiling. Our hips are lifted. Two more breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and take your forearm down. Left forearm plank, left side. Right hand is in the air. Gaze is up. Our forearm is as parallel as possible to the mat and our body. Last breath. And on the exhale, go ahead and find a full forearm plank. So our resting pose. Core is tight. Two more breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and find your hips onto the ground. Go ahead and adjust yourself, move yourself forward, widen your legs. Elbows are under our shoulders, you can stay here. Glutes are engaged, your gaze can be down or in front of you. You can stay here, or you can come up into a deeper pose, seal pose. Make sure you engage your glutes. If you need to, more of a stretch, legs come in, less of a stretch, legs go out. Shoulders back and away from our ears. Two more breaths. Last inhale. And exhale, go ahead and come down. Let's go ahead and take our hands out to the sides of us. You can rock your hips out a little bit for a second. Go ahead and untuck your toes. On the inhale, we're going to lift everything up. And inhale. Hold. Higher. 2 breaths. Last breath. Exhale, go ahead and lower back down. Go ahead and place your hands under your shoulders. We're going to do our vinyasa. So inhale, upward dog. We're on our toes. Inhale. Exhale, Adho Mukha Savasana, downward dog. Exhale it out. On the inhale, go ahead and put a bend in your knees. Start walking forward. To Uttanasana, forward fold, head is hanging. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and take your hands and clasp them behind your back. On the inhale, we're going to lift them up past our back. Rabbit ears, let them hang. Last 2 breaths. Go ahead and release your hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more inhale. On the exhale, put a bend in your knees and slowly start to stand, one vertebrae at a time. Halfway up, start to take an inhale. Shoulders come rolling back on the exhale. Inhale, hands come up with our gaze. Exhale, Anjali Mudra, hands to heart. Go ahead and work your feet out to the sides of your mat. Big inhale. Exhale, yogi squat, hips come back. Chest is up. Pushing our knees apart with our elbows if we can. If you can, or if you want, you can take your left hand behind your back, tuck it inside your left knee, right hand behind your back, tuck it in between your right knee. More breaths. Last inhale, go ahead and release your hands. Let's go ahead and find them down on the mat. Let's extend our legs backwards, back into full plank. Adjust it so your hands are underneath your shoulders. Core is tight, hips are same as your shoulders. You're pushing away from the mat. Go ahead and start your inhales forward, exhales backwards. Inhale forward, exhale backwards. Last inhale, forward. Do our chaturanga. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Untuck the toes, upward dog. Pause. And exhale, downward dog. Adho Mukha Savasana. Go ahead, inhale, left leg, or right leg goes up and back. Come high on your left toes. Exhale as we step our hands through to our right side. Lizard lunge, right side. Two more breaths here. Last inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and take your right hand up towards the sky. Two more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, go ahead and find that hand back down. Left knee can come down onto the ground. You can untuck the toes if you like. Right hand to knee. Go ahead and push it out a little. Just opening it up. Just two more breaths here. Last inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and release it. Take right hand. If you can grab that foot behind you. Go ahead and kick it away at first. Pulling your shoulder back. And go ahead and release it towards you now. Drive your hips forward. You can come up on the outside of your right foot. Really driving your hips forward, pulling that leg softly into it. It's a deep one. Two more breaths. Last inhale. And exhale, go ahead and fully let that go. Hands come back down. Go ahead and lift that left leg up and bring your foot in a little bit. Straighten your legs. Right hand to your right foot. Left hand up. Trikonasana triangle pose. Two more breaths here. Last inhale. Exhale, left hand comes to the center of the mat. Go ahead and spread your legs. We're going to be facing the left side of our mats here. Standing straddle fold. Go ahead and inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Work your legs out. Go a little deeper this time. If you want to take your hands and pull them through your legs, pull your head down, go ahead and do so. Two more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, go ahead and use your hands to help your legs, walk them back in. We're going to go ahead and find our weight in our left thigh. Right toes come up, hands to heart. We're about to start climbing this mountain again. Two breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, let's go ahead and find our crescent lunge. Feet come forward, hand comes above our head. Inhale. Towards me, Carson. There you go. Drop that knee. Core is tight. We're holding something heavy above our heads. Two more breaths. Last inhale. right hand back, left hand forward, twist at the torso, pull your shoulder back. Drop that knee a little. Drop that knee, 2 more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, going forward, or windmill, your hands back. Weight into your left thigh, right foot is up. 2 breaths here. Last inhale. Exhale, go ahead and take your left hand up to the left corner of your mat. Pivot onto your left side foot. Side plank on the left. Hand comes into the sky, lift the hips. We're engaged in our shoulder, not sinking into it. Two more breaths. Lift that hip. Last inhale. Exhale, right forearm mat, parallel to the mat. Side plank on our left. Gaze is up at our hand. Lift that hip. Two more breaths. Last big inhale. Exhale, full forearm plank. Resting pose. Core is tight. Push that ground away. It's kind of like you're pulling your toes towards you. Two more breaths. Last inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and find your hips to the mat. Adjust yourself if necessary. Feet are on
wiggle
toes.
forward is key.
Yeah.
You just had to watch you enough. They're like, no, you like keep going forward.
Yeah.
It's fine.
All right, go ahead and place your hands if you want to. Seal pose or stay where you're at. Shoulders are back. Glutes are tight. Two more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, go ahead and work your way down. Just keep our feet untucked. Hands are below our shoulders. Can rock your hips out just for a second. On the inhale, we're going through our chaturanga, our upward dog. And inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Over the tops of our feet. Let's go ahead and do one more of those. Inhale into plank. Exhale. Inhale onto a toes. And exhale, chaturanga. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5. 1. Feet come out. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Shall we do another?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Inhale, plank. Nice exhale. Inhale, tops of our toes. Exhale, chaturanga. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, upward dog. Pause. And exhale, downward dog. Nice job, guys. Push that mat through. Let's take a breath or two here. Last inhale. Exhale, go ahead and start walking towards your hands. Let's do one more. Forward fold. Exhale out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. You can do a Paruttanasana if you like, which is grabbing the front of your feet with your hands. Elbows are bending towards your shins.
Head is hanging. Every exhale, you go a little deeper. If you like to shake your head, yes, here you can. You can also take your weight and move it onto your toes more the front of your foot, keeping your legs straight. If you're shaking your head, yes, go and slow it down. Go ahead and take your hands out from your feet if you're there. One more big inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, slowly start coming up on that exhale. Halfway up, start to inhale. Roll those shoulders back, exhale. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, hips back. Uttanasana, chair pose. Gaze is in front of us, hips are back, keep that curvature in our spine. We got this. We got one more little hill to climb. Go ahead and come on the tops of your toes. Sink your hips a little lower. A little lower. And go ahead and put your hands down. Rock onto your bottom. Boat pose, Navasana. Shins are parallel to the ground, arms are parallel to our shins. Shoulders are back, core is tight. Two more breaths. Last inhale, hands come up. Exhale, hands right hip. Inhale through. Exhale out, left hip. Inhale through. Exhale, right knee. Inhale. Exhale, left knee. Inhale. Exhale, head. Inhale through. Exhale, head. Back through on your count. Back to boat. Two more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, low boat. Squeeze your glutes, reaching towards our feet. Last inhale. Exhale, back up to boat. We're almost there, guys. Two breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, go ahead and place these feet down. Let's cross our legs. Find our way onto our hands. Let's go through our vinyasa plank pose. Inhale on tops of our toes. Chaturanga, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet out, inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Exhale, left foot comes up. Or inhale, sorry. Exhale, stack the hips. Bend the knee and stack the hips. 2 breaths here. Last inhale, come up wide on your right toes. Exhale, left knee to left armpit. Flex the foot, cross it over, back the hips down, pigeon pose. We can either stay here or go ahead and relax down into the pose. Go ahead and rock your hips. Keep that toe actively engaged towards the knee. 2 more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, go ahead and slowly start coming up. We're going to go ahead and find our left hip. We're going to swing our right leg around our knee here. Let's go ahead and extend our left leg out. We can do a half cow face.
Not everybody's human Mikey, you know.
Yeah. Stack our knees.
Cow facing.
Hands above us. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Keep those toes actively engaged, pulling towards you. Head is hanging. Try to relax it. Two more breaths. Last inhale. And exhale, slowly come out of it. Let's go ahead and grab that right foot. Place it inside our left thigh. Right hand comes behind us. Inhale up. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Reaching over our head. 2 breaths here. Last inhale. Exhale, go ahead and lower those hips back down. Let's go ahead and cross our legs. We're going to go through our vinyasa. I'll meet you guys in downward dog. We're going to start at plank. On your count, go through your vinyasa. On your inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, put a bend in your knee, stack the hips. 2 breaths here. Last inhale, come high on your right toe or your left toes. Exhale, right knee to right armpit. Cross the leg over. Sink the hips back down. Untuck the toes, pigeon pose. Go ahead and come forward if you need to. Roll those hips out. Two more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, go ahead and slowly start coming out of it. Go ahead and find your right hip. Swinging that left leg around. Straighten that right leg. Come up and stack your knees. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Again, flexing that foot towards you. Let your head hang. Two more breaths. Last inhale. And exhale, go ahead and slowly start coming out of it. Left foot comes inside right thigh. Left hand comes behind us. On the inhale, we're lifting our hips. 2 breaths here. Last inhale. And exhale, go ahead and lower those hips back down. Let's go ahead and take our feet in front of us now. Hands are behind us. We're going to do a reverse tabletop. On the inhale, go ahead and lift the hips. Inhale. Your head can move around, it can hang. can be held up, whatever you feel natural for your head. Keep those glutes engaged. Go ahead and start moving forward and backwards. A few more breaths. Last inhale, come forward. Exhale, go ahead and drop your hips down by your heels, lowering into bent elbows. Exhale it out. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, go a little deeper. Two more breaths. Last inhale. And on the exhale, go ahead and come forward a little bit. Take your arms in front of you. Go ahead and find your backs. Bring your feet to you. Do a little happy baby for a second. Heads to the mat. You can straighten one leg and then the other. Just kind of play around. We're just here for a couple of breaths. Go ahead and find stillness. Last inhale. Exhale, go ahead and release those down. Bring your feet to the mat, bent knees. Let's go ahead and cross our left leg over our right. Right hand comes to our left knee. Left hand comes out from our body, perpendicular. Inhale. Exhale, supine twist. Knees come to the right, head goes to the left. Two more breaths here. Last inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and use your hand to help your knees back up. Go ahead and untuck them. Let's lift our hips for just one breath. Inhale. Exhale, set them back down. Go ahead and take your right knee, cross it over your left knee. Left hand to right knee. Right hand is parallel or perpendicular to the body. Inhale. Exhale, knees go left, head goes right. Two more breaths. Last inhale. And exhale, go ahead and find your knees and help them back up. And let's go ahead and rock a little bit, forward and backwards, rolling out our spine. On your cue, go ahead and find some stillness in a ball. We're coming up to our backs here, grabbing our shins, going tight as a ball, big inhale and holding on the breath. Inhale, hold. And exhale, release, Savasana. Go ahead and kick your feet out. Relax into your mat. Feet fold outwards, thighs roll out, hands are up. Let your shoulders sink. Relax your face. above your head. Exhale, roll to one side. And on your move, go ahead and work your way up under the center of your mat. You can find your block and go into lotus. Where I like to sit on my block here. Try to keep my eyes closed. Crossing my legs over. My posture, my crown is towards the sky. Back is straight, core is tight. Shoulders are down and away from my ears. Let your breath be natural. Two more breaths. On the inhale, go ahead and sweep your hands above our heads. Our gaze can come up towards our fingers. Hands come together. Exhale, Andrele Mudra, hands to heart. We're in gratitude for our practice, gratitude for our bodies, thankful for the ability to function throughout our day with our strength and flexibility God granted us. I appreciate you guys being here today. I appreciate you guys in my life. With love and gratitude, namaste.
Carson? Tyler doing this.
Let's figure.
Yeah. All is well, man.
Do you know about this stuff?
No, we can do that now. Hey everybody. If you enjoyed that yoga video, I will, once I have enough subscribers, however that works on YouTube on the sense of what they require for live stream. I plan on live streaming that every morning. So if that's something you're interested in being part of on live stream, that's how we get there. Yeah, so enjoy your day.